Dear friends, in this series we have been meditating the pastoral letter titled, "You also should do as I have done to you," derived from John chapter 13 verse 15. This letter revolves around the poignant moment of Jesus' final supper with his 12 apostles. As we have gleaned from the preceding videos, the pastoral letter can be divided into three primary sections. Firstly, we have taken a deep dive into Jesus' actions during this Last Supper, carefully considering the spiritual implications of each gesture. The second part has afforded us a profound comprehension of the leadership style exemplified by Jesus. Now, in this episode, we embark upon the third part, which focuses on practical applications of the pastoral theme in our personal, family, and communal life. My focus today will be on the third point titled, "What are we to do?" During this segment, we will dwell into the concept of inner renewal within the church. From the parishes of Perne to Kanakona and Vasco to Satari, including the mission parishes in the Daman mission, vibrant sign of life abound. It is a divine blessing to witness active participation from priests, religious, individuals, and the laity within our parishes. The families in our archdiocese continue to uphold their faith, and the transmission of this faith to the younger generation within families remain evident. Undoubtedly, our archdiocese has seen remarkable progress, yet there remains room for enhancement and advancement across all domains. Embracing these aspects will broaden our horizon and usher in novel and rejuvenated approaches to realize Christ's vision of an authentic synodal church. The church's inner renewal, as articulated in Romans chapter 12 verse 2, "Do not conform to the patterns of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approve what God's will is, His good, pleasing, and perfect will." The Second Vatican Council's document, Gaudium et Spes, which is Pastoral Constitution on the Church in the Modern World, emphasizes the need for the Church to engage with contemporary issues and adapt to the evolving world while staying true to its core principle. The process of inner renewal within the Church is driven by the Holy Spirit, serving as a catalyst for change. It's imperative for the Church to evolve its thinking, structures, traditions, and pastoral approaches in alignment with the contemporary circumstances. A church committed to perpetual renewal embodies dynamism, transforming it into a missionary force. Conversely, when a church resists adaptation to the prevailing era, it stagnates and ages. It is imperative to shift our mindset and modify our behavior in relation to contentious matters and marginalized groups within our parishes. There exists a community of Catholic migrants that deserves our attention and integration. A pressing need is to actively reach out to them and incorporate them into our parish structures. To promote inclusivity, it's crucial to provide enhanced roles for our individuals with physical disabilities, allowing them to contribute meaningfully within our parishes. Catholic migrant outreach can be formed, wherein organizing dedicated events or support groups to welcome and integrate migrant Catholics into a parish community, create language-friendly materials, and initiate that address their unique needs and encourage participation. Inclusive ministry for disabilities, establish accessible facilities, ensure liturgical practices, accommodate diverse abilities, and appoint a task force to assess and address the needs of individuals with disabilities. Encourage their involvement in various parish activities. Through the Holy Spirit, baptized members receive charisms, which parish life nurtures. Priests, religious, and faithful possess diverse talents to be harnessed for communal ministries. Collaborative leadership curbs isolation, fostering united efforts, creating targeted groups, and a Good Samaritan Fund within parishes serve marginalized individuals like orphans, elderly, and widows, embodying a collective dedication to honor God. In 1 Corinthians chapter 12 verse 4 to 7, we read, "Now there are varieties of gifts, but the same Spirit, and there are varieties of services, but the same Lord, and there are variety of activities, but it is the same God who empowers them all in everyone. To each is given the manifestation of the Spirit for the common good." Lumen Gentium, dogmatic constitution of the Church, emphasizes the role of the laity in the Church and their responsibility to use their gifts for the common good. It speaks of the universal call to holiness and the diverse charisms bestowed by the Holy Spirit. Finally, in aspiring to be leaders akin to Jesus, it's imperative that priests transcend administrative confines and mere event coordination. Instead, they should earnestly engage in the lives of every parishioner, employing priests and religious individuals to prioritize pastoral visits to families, making it a cornerstone of their ministry. These sentiments align with the wisdom of Pope Francis, who stresses the essence of leaders mirroring Jesus by exuding compassion, mercy, and an unwavering commitment to the Church's mission. Our leadership within the Church must echo this, ensuring our hearts overflowing with apathy, refraining from hurtful words, steadfastly upholding the dignity of every individual, the focal point beyond regulations in nurturing persons and connections, prioritizing relationships over rigid structures. Pope Francis reminds us that sometimes church structures, traditions, and biases can hinder this outreach. Thus, embracing change is pivotal for all of us to embody leadership in the likeness of Jesus. Conclusion: Let us respond to the Holy Spirit's call for inner renewal as we reflect on our active participation in our parishes. Guided by Romans chapter 12 verse 10, may our minds be transformed to discern God's will amidst ever-changing world. Pope Francis encourages embracing change and fostering compassionate relationship, envisioning a church of mercy where all feel loved and forgiven. With gratitude for the diverse gifts we have received, let us remember 1 Corinthians chapter 12 verse 4 to 7, which teaches that these gifts serve the common good. As Christi Fidelis Laici embraces the latest unique gifts, empower them to authentically spread the gospel across society. In our pursuit of compassionate leadership, Pope Francis calls us to engage emphatically, echoing that closeness to people's lives bring profound joy. Let's embody Micah 6:8, seeking justice, mercy, and humility in all we do. With this spirit, may our Archdiocese thrive as an inclusive and caring community.